This morning I'm making apple berry squares. It's a gluten-free recipe, delicious whether you're gluten-free or not. I'm using blueberries, any mixed berries would do really, gluten-free flour, baking powder, corn flour, eggs, butter and sugar. First step, I've got a pan greased and lined here, ready to use later. And then I'm going to get going with some apples. I've already chopped up a couple of cups. We need about 4 cups of apples, which is, depending on the size of your apples, about 4 to 6 really. And we'll peel and chop these just into fairly small pieces. I'm going to add these into a saucepan. I've actually got a frying pan here, but normally use a saucepan. And we're just going to cook these down till they become soft. While that's cooking, I've got 2 cups of blueberries and I've got the juice reserved, just frozen. I've let them thaw out. Into the juice, I'm going to add some corn flour paste. I've got 4 teaspoons. Tip it in and we'll stir this through till it's all mixed in with no lumps. Turn the heat up on that a little bit and then I'm going to add in my blueberry thickened sauce here. And we'll leave that to simmer away. To mention earlier, include half a cup of apple juice to help them cook down. You could just use water if you like. I find that apple juice just intensifies that apple flavour. Also, I've got a thickened sauce with corn flour and some reserved blueberry juice from frozen blueberries and 2 cups of blueberries. That has softened up and cooked nicely. I'm just going to pour it into a bowl here and leave it to cool down while we make our pastry base. Into the bowl I've got 200 grams of unsalted butter, a cup of caster sugar. So we're going to cream the butter and sugar together. That's looking light and fluffy now. Into that bowl I'm going to add an egg and a teaspoon of vanilla essence. Nice pantry staple in my house, and we'll give that another mix. Okay, into the bowl now I'm going to add some gluten-free flour. I've got 3 cups and 2.5 teaspoons of gluten-free baking powder. And we're going to give this, I'll just give it a quick fold and then we'll mix this in too. This has come together nicely. Nice easy base there. I'm going to take my lined pan and I'm going to use about 2/3 of it to form the base. We'll just push it down, use a spoon, we'll spoon it over the top. Look at that, beautiful glossy sweet fruit. There we go, spread it out. Then I'm going to sprinkle on the rest of the pastry topping to finish. And that's going to bake in the oven, 180 or 160 fan. Here are my finished apple berry squares, buttery golden pastry on the base and crumble topping too, and then filled with delicious apple and blueberries.